Inside America's Islamic community, one of the fastest growing populations is Latino. And the epicenter of that movement is here in Houston, Texas, home to not only one of the largest Latino communities, but also one of America's largest Muslim communities. Just 350 miles away from the Mexican-American border during one of the worst deportation crises in recent history, and less than a year from the Muslim ban.
We gotta go and we gotta knock the shit out of these people.
I've come here to meet Jaime. Jaime?
Yeah, I'm Lee.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
The founder of America's first Islam and Spanish Center, to find out why two of America's most discriminated groups are actually coming together. Is there something that Islam has to offer the Latino community that maybe Catholicism or Judaism or just like another religion doesn't?
The core principle that is so enticing of Islam is that you have a very personal relationship with God without any intermediaries. There is nothing between you and God. You know, traditional ways of teaching religion has been because I said so, right? Because my father did so. But when you look at Islam, you're encouraged to ask questions in order to leave doubt.
While Latinos are the fastest growing population within Islam, very little research has gone into discovering why. So I'm heading to Rice University to meet with Professor Considine, a religious studies expert, to gain clarity on why so many Latinos are becoming Muslim during such a critical and divisive time in America. Why is it that Latinos are seeking out Islam? Does it have anything to do with the common experience between Muslims and Latinos in this country?
Absolutely. Especially after the election in 2016, where a lot of these people felt purged.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
A lot of Latinos are recognizing that not being white in this country comes with certain barriers. Latinos might also be thinking, Muslims generally speaking, they face similar obstacles with all the racism and the xenophobia happening from the top of the government.
This is a 5-year ban.
To an everyday existence on the street.
Who knows what they're gonna bring into this country? We're gonna bombs, ISIS, what? They need to go.
I think a lot of people are seeing Islam and the Islamic tradition in general as being more tolerant of race. People have to recognize, one of the most racially diverse religions in the world is Islam.
We stand in opposition to their opposition. Allah.
How large is this movement?
The statistics suggest that it's got to be at least 250,000 Latin Muslims in this country.
Wow.
But it's growing. This is the future of America. Houston is a microcosm of the future of America. It's the Browning of America. They say by 2050, white people are not going to be the majority anymore.
We're in the north side of Houston, about 45 minutes from the Islam and Spanish Center, and we're gonna go meet up with Raul. Raul is a DACA dreamer from Mexico that converted to Islam in 2011 at the age of 19, and has since become an active member of the Islam and Spanish Center. But like many Latino converts, Raul's family disowned him for becoming a Muslim.
¿Te ocupa, Nico? No, está bien. Ya están todos afuera. Basically, my mom found out that I was studying Islam, and she pretty much kicked me out of the house and threw all my clothes out. She said I was joining a terrorist organization, a cult, and they were training me to kill people. At the time, I stopped eating pork, so my mom was just like, when I fed you beans, I would put pork on there on purpose. It was like straight up rejection. I remember eventually my mom started coming into the community, seeing the rest of the people. They were like, all these people would come up to my mom like, hey, your son's like going out there feeding the homeless, being a good member of the community and stuff like that, all these things. And my mom comes up to me and she's like, how come you didn't tell me you did all these things? And I was like, we never asked. You weren't interested, so I didn't tell you. I believe them seeing how much change Islam had in me, it's like when they started seeing this, like, okay, this isn't necessarily bad. He's still Raul, and if anything, he's becoming a better person. My mom accepted Islam just a few months ago at El Centro Islamico.
أشهد
أشهد
أن لا
أن لا.
Were you there when she did?
Well, yeah, most definitely. She decided to do it on her own, and it was very, very mind-blowing.
Perdón por mi reacción, pero le hice tan difícil a mi hijo la religión que yo decía que no iba a ser de esta religión. Y aquí estoy.
The next day, my mom told me that she hasn't felt that much peace in years. Islam, it changes everything.
We've heard from a number of converts that we've spoken to that